Hello, welcome. So I was brainstorming some ideas in my little noggin, and then I get the most devious, evil, mischievous even, idea to strike. Psst, hey, kid. Me? Yeah, you kid, come here. The hell do you think you're doing? Well, why are you in my house? Because I'm trying to help ya. Okay. Well, I was just about to make a video about tunneling. Shh! Don't say that too loudly or they'll hear ya. Who? The survivor mains. But tunneling isn't even that big of an issue. Yeah, I said it, and I'll prove it right now. Dear God, he's a goner. Goner? I hardly know her. Shut your fucking mouth! Thank you. I'm here all night. Don't worry. Well, that was weird. But I had an idea strike me. I should test if tunneling is truly a big issue in the game as everyone believes it is. Tunneling has been the most hottest and prevalent topic throughout the game's history. But if you've never played Dead by Daylight, tunneling is going after one survivor until they are dead and then moving on to the next person. And your opinion may be split between two ideas if you have played the game. Either you think it is a valid strategy, or you think that anyone who tunnels should go outside and touch grass because they're a gross little cringe lord. But, you know, you're entitled to your own opinion. Personally, I believe it is a valid strategy when needed. Not only that though, I think there are many perks to help out with tunneling in the big 2026, to where it shouldn't really favor the killer to tunnel and still win.
But nerd, why do I need to bring 4 anti-tunnel perks every game just to get a chance to survive?
Well, dear viewer, you silly sounding bastard, my answer is you shouldn't have to, and that is a very fair criticism. You shouldn't have to bring perks just because of one situation that could happen in your game. It's a bit frustrating. It's like back in the day when Borrowed Time wasn't base kit. It was very unfair for survivors because the killers could just camp and then instantly kill the person who was just on hook. It's a bit of a frustrating thing. Now, enough of me yapping. Let me explain the build and the rules of this experiment. Rule number 1, we're tunneling. That's the rule. Pretty much we're only allowed to hook one person, and that's it. Rule number 2. I will try not to slug as much as I can, but of course there will be people who will try taking hits and even downs. And I did kind of break this rule a couple of times because I didn't establish it till the end, so please don't crucify me. Rule number 3. I am playing Nemesis for this because of the stereotype, and I just think it's a pretty middle-of-the-road killer. Also, I am allowed to hit others while my target is on hook, just to kind of get some pressure on there. The 4th and final rule is that this is an experiment of a party game, so don't take anything serious, especially the comments made to me and others, but it doesn't make them right, so just remember that. Now with the rules done, let's show how the build works. Alright, so here's my very professional software that I use. So this is how it's gonna work. So here's me, and then here is a loop. The first perk we are running is Bamboozle. This is just to shut down loops because he already has his tentacle, which can break pallets instantly. So Bamboozle will kind of help with chases. Next up we have Ruin. So as I'm going for, you know, little Megathin here, she's like, oh no, the killer's come and get me, whoop, and then I'm gonna be like, oh shit, and then I'm telling Meg out, and then this guy here, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna hang it, that's oopsie daisies, I'm gonna hang around for the flashlight save and not do any gens, and then while this gen was like 80%, it's now down to like 4%. That's kind of the goal there, and then I'm gonna be like down, and then boom, these are gone, and then hook, and then shit, and then she's going and then I get a pain res stack. That's kind of to give me a little bonus after killing one survivor and then moving on to the next, so I get a little 20% gen blow up. I think it's 20%. I could be wrong, but yeah. So that's the idea of the build. Thank you for watching my TED Talk. All right. Well, thank you, past me. Now let's get right into the games. To begin, we got Dead Sands, which to my knowledge is a very killer-sided map. I could be wrong, you know, I'm just a boy. But at the start of the game, we find Ada working on Jen and quickly get her off of it, then downing her right after. While we are carrying her to Hook, we lose Ruin, which is a bit of a big loss. Kind of expected it though. It's a bit of a high risk, high reward kind of thing. Quickly after we get her to 2 hooks and lose her. So, I don't know. She like disappeared. She went to the astral plane. God knows where she went. But after chasing Yui for a little bit, we do eventually find Ada again. And here's my live reaction on how much fun I'm having during this game. Thank God. Yeah, baby! Tunneling! Woo! Look at me go. Silly past me. Well, after that, we did kill Ada, and then quickly after we did find Rick Grimes and killed him pretty quickly, leading to us to find Yui as our last survivor to chase. And with that, we end off with a nice, juicy, sweet, moist 2K. What the hell? What the hell was I doing there? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, what was past me doing there? Looks like I must have drank stupid juice. What the hell? What? All right, well, whatever. We ended off with the 2K this match, which probably should have been a 3K if I just played a little bit better, but whatever. You can say ifs all you want. This is the results that we got for the first round. Oh, at least thank God I'm not that guy, am I right? Well, let's just pray that was a fluke, and the next game will be a lot better. Well, damn it. Oh, God, that went terrible. Well, at least we set the bar real low. Also, we get to see that 2 people actually brought Decisive Strike, so they did have anti-tunnel perks. But there's no way the next game can be worse, right? There's no way it can be worse. 100% has to be better. I can feel it. What else could go wrong? Okay, treatment through. Could we just all agree that didn't happen? Just do me a solid and just forget it all, okay? That didn't happen, all right? None of that happened. That game was all in your head. Ooh, I hear and see a Goofy Goober. Hi, David. Let me just stop you with my willy. Okay, I see that Kevin's doing a Fentline over here. But I don't really care now. Okay, I see. Hi, David. You have right here, here, and here, and like right there. So I don't really need to leave this area necessarily. This match is going a lot better than last time, just because of like the gen control I have right now. Okay, there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, David! And I reached that. Perfect. Alright, so David's dead now. What the hell was that running up that hill bullshit? Alrighty, David jumped down here. Let's see. Oh, everyone's here. This is actually like perfect. And oh, my boy, Kevin! Giving Jill some back shots. Amen, brother. Oh, and he's down again. They're kind of throwing here. Nah, never mind. Just stop here. Perfect. There we go. Watch out for the Nancy because of that flashlight. I didn't really expect it at first. She's upstairs, but she just dropped. No, she's still upstairs. I'm pretty sure at least. I hear her. Yeah, perfect. Or token spent. Perfect. You know what was my biggest gripe with Stranger Things Season 5? So I watched Season 4, and I kind of thought that the ending was pretty mid, personally. I did not like the ending. It just kind of felt a little too ridiculous how, like, the whole world was crashing, and so it kind of made the idea where it's like it's gonna be like an apocalypse the next season. I feel like I didn't really necessarily like that idea. I liked it being more like where it's like the small town with these like people who are like just random heroes. I thought that was like a fun story. That was a terrible idea. What was I doing there? And like I could kind of deal with the Russia idea, especially like the whole military and such. But then they start season 5, where they undo everything that happened at the finale of season 4, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you're gonna tell me they just welded up the Earth and everyone's just like, yeah, okay, sure. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. The Bestis just kind of left and we're all okay. Heckle yeah. Oh, all right, Jill's getting way too excited for being in my arms right now. Jesus, Jill. You horn dog. Good try. I'm curious what everyone else thinks. Like, did you actually enjoy season 5? Ridiculous. All right, game roll. Let me squish your head in. Sorry. Boom, bap. Well, hey, look at that. That went pretty well. I thought something was gonna go terrible, but oh, damn it! It is in Dead by Daylight without some toxicity, am I right? This is generally the most toxic chat I've ever been through. I mean, dear God, they are so angry. I'm honestly flabbergasted, even in like the live recording, but right now I'm still flabbergasted at how angry they are. Not only are they blaming me for being a tunneling camping killer, but they're also blaming their teammates. So there's a civil war going on right now, and it's just like, Jesus. Chill out. Not only that though, this fucking loser, this goober here, literally found a way to type the N-word to get around the censor. How much of a fucking dweeb do you have to be, and a huge racist by the way, how much of a racist do you have to be to learn to type the N-word in Dead by Daylight? Dear God! There's also this like point where there's like this self-realization that he says like, this is a video game. Like, brother, you're getting mad at a fucking party game. Chill out. And I'm here saying, like, is everything okay? Just wondering, why the hell are they talking like this? Also, what the hell does QWA 4th mean? I have no idea what that means. Good lord. It is kind of, it gets a bit ridiculous. And so I'm trying to, like, chill them out. Like, make them chill out. But they just continue to keep going and going. It's a video game. Relax. Also, I just really like this part. It kind of made me chuckle a little bit because I feel like I'm in like a shitty sitcom. So I don't know. I thought it was a little funny. But these guys, especially unnamed here, is a fucking loser. I didn't report these guys at first because I didn't even realize he was saying the N-word. I thought he was talking in fucking hieroglyphics or something. I wasn't really sure what was going on. I proceed to like try talking some sense into him that this is a game, but he's just not listening. He's just plugging his ears and going la 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 la. You know, I'm just trying to help him out, but then he proceeds to insult me, for God's sake. But do you hear that? It sounds like it's speedrun time. Wasn't that good, huh? That took way too long to make. But welcome to the halfway mark. I know this was after game number 6, but I don't care, alright? It just flowed better. I just wanted to add some little comments real quick. First off, tunneling is okay. You can tunnel, man. Like, I'm not your dad. It's fine. It's a game. Play however you want. And, of course, there's some situations where it's very justified. Like, if there's only 2 gens left and 4 survivors alive, you need a kill to win. Next, this is just to show behavior in the community how big of a issue or non-issue tunneling is. Because I think it's always just been a huge debate. I've always seen people say like, oh, it's too overpowered, or some people say it's not really that beneficial for you to tunnel. And this is just kind of prove where tunneling is in this spot. And oh, whoa, who's that guy? And what is he doing? It looks like he's subscribing to the channel. Whoa, that's so awesome. Wait, you should do that too, actually, because I put a lot of effort in this video, and you wouldn't want it all to go to waste, right? Come on. But thank you if you do subscribe. It's up to you. Anti-tunneling, if they were to tackle this issue again, it can be very easily abused. Like the first time it happened. I mean, literally the strategy was to have someone get tunneled out so then the rest of the team can win. It's kind of a little bit ridiculous. And perks shouldn't be really necessary to win. I just think like right now, gens just pop so quickly to where you do need gen regression unless you're not playing good killers or killers with built-in slowdown. But that's all I have to say, and let's just hope the rest of the games go a lot better, because by damn it, I have faith in this community, and I think it's all gonna go super well. Oh shit. In game number 7, we actually see a familiar face, good old Dissipated. But at the beginning of the match, we find Dwight and give him a little slap on the nuts, but quickly change targets onto Kate, where we get a 3-piece combo. After hooking Kate, we do chase Dwight for a little bit and not really getting any value out of it, but once she gets saved, we run right back and quickly see that she got healed instantly. At first I thought this was Resurgence, but in actuality this was Will Make It. Once we arrive at the hook, we have this quite awkward moment with Kay where she starts to rub against my chest. Kinda like that one time when Mark and his cousin saw each other. But after downing her, she actually hits us with a decisive strike, which is the first one of the whole experiment. Dear God, it took a while. Unfortunately for her though, she didn't get really that far, but she did get a lot of value and wasted a lot of my time. When Kate gets saved, we get to see that Sable tries to do a body block but fails and just stands there and watches me kill her. Not every Sable main, but always a Sable main. At 3 gens remaining, we do get our first kill, and I do try to search main building, where I can see the gen is 75%, but I'm not able to find them, even while Karen is literally pointing to where Sable's at right there. But we do eventually find Dwight and get a little tag on him. Dwight then makes a really good play using the zombie as a way to escape, but unfortunately he dies. But not for good though, because then he proceeds to loot me for the rest of the generators, which, good job Dwight, actually good job, very good chase. Dwight gets down, and not only does Renato unhook Dwight, but he also takes a hit and hook for Dwight. To top off the match, we get to see that Dwight says bad lol, which hurts, alright? I complimented this man, and now I take everything back. Alright Dwight, you just gotta be like that. But also we get to have a nice little conversation with Dissipated, where he says, still camping and tunneling, huh? And I say, yes sirree. And then I try to say that it's nice seeing him again, but he does not respond. So I don't think he feels the same way. In game number 8, nothing really eventful happened, except that I got 2 very quick hooks on Jonah, and then I quite literally break the #1 rule of the entire experiment by hooking Yui before Jonah died. But don't worry, because then Jonah proceeds to loot me for the rest of the game at main. He also makes me face my reality of never being long enough in life. But enough about my tiny penis. I think mid-match I got a lobotomy or something, because I'm not really sure how this happened. And I'll just let the events speak for itself. Ah, sugar. Kevin! Kevin, what are you doing? Kevin! God bless! It's the Three Stooges! But yeah, so I don't know how the fuck that happened, but we do eventually down and kill Jonah when all the gens are completed. And then Meg just lets us grab her off gate, which I don't know why she let that happen, but I do make the huge mistake by hooking her next to gate, and all 3 of them get out, while Yui drags her nuts across the floor. But of course the game doesn't end there, because winning is never enough! And so at this point I was getting really exhausted, because it's not fun having negative Nancy's always down on you. And the curious part is, The people who talk trash are the Yui and the Meg. The Meg is Slay Queen, which she says that I'm bad, which is quite odd because my only encounter was with her at the gate. And then with Yui, I'll just show the entire chase that I had with her, because I think her calling me laggy is just coping. Oops, I couldn't go up the stairs. And yes, I'm still a little bit salty. I just really hate sore winners. But let's get on to game number 9, baby. I got a 4K. They just made like a lot of mistakes because they kept going for flashlight saves. And there was even a point where I could end the game, but I didn't because of the no slugging rule. And then the first survivor I killed was Cheryl, who was Gixali or something. I think it's European. But unsurprisingly, he waited the entire game just to give me a piece of his mind, where he goes, L tunneling, and I, in response, go, I know, I'm sorry. And then he says something censored, and I respond with, you'll have a better next game, I promise. And he hits me with the nope, which I didn't know how to really respond, so I just go, okay then. I don't know why he said that, like I like murdered his entire family or something. So I go, okay then, you have a good day and night. And I say I love you, because sometimes maybe someone needs to hear that once in a while. I'm not sure. This man may still hate me, or I turned a new leaf for this man. All right, we are here at the 10th and final game of the experiment, where we end off with Hawkins Laboratory. Our first chase starts with Sable jumping into our arms like a beautiful bouncing baby, and then dies. We hook her, we leave her, we come back and see everyone's not doing any gens, chase her, and then get jumped, lose her, and then find her again. Finally, we stone cold her ass from downtown. We hook and chase Sable again, but this time Steve and Dwight try their best to save her life, but fail. We hook Sable for the final time, and then we chase and down I'm Hexy and I know it. I'm Hexy and I know it. Yo, when I'm at the mall, security just can't fight them all. And when I'm at the beach, I'm in a Speedo, trying to tan my cheeks. Oh dear God, he's killing himself. Why, Dwight? Why? And then Steve joins me in judging Dwight for killing himself, because I'm not really sure why he did that. They still had a pretty alright chance at winning. I do try to give Dwight the anti-camp so he can escape and get a second chance, but then Sable comes by, and it's like, this is how I roll. Come on, Sables, it's time to go. Dwight dies on hook, and so then me and Sable head to the bar. Steve, don't be nervous. No shoes, no shirt, and I still get service. Watch. Ah! Girl, look at her jorkin. Ah! Girl, look at her jorkin. Ah, girl, look at her jorkin! I then get my butthole fingered by Steve Harrington, and in return I give him a hatch because kind actions go a long way, children. But we will count this as a 4K because I could have killed Steve. And also, for the endgame chat, we neither got a GG or a toxic message, which I will take as a win. We won, baby. We won! Now let's find out the results of the experiment and get to the numbers. Alright, well, welcome to the stats. Now, you might be wondering why we're tracking blood points, and the reason behind that is because blood points are the only reward you get out of Dead by Daylight. Everything leads to blood points. Even the pips, where you rank up to eventually red rank if you play enough, you just get blood points. So that is why we're tracking it. But in total, we got 28 kills, plus the amount of generators that were completed were 38. And finally, with the amount of blood points we got from all 10 games was 299,056 blood points. In total, we could have gotten 400,000 blood points, but to be honest, we got 3/4 of that from just tunneling, which is honestly pretty good. Now for the averages, the averages are just all the totals just divided by 10. It's really easy. You're gonna be getting about 3 kills each match. About 4 gens are gonna be completed, and then also you're gonna get 29,000 blood points each game, which honestly isn't that bad. This is not including any blood point offerings as well. So if you just bring escape cakes, it's just gonna go up to like 60k each game. literally gonna just be benefiting quite a bit. Real quick, I just want to talk about these blood point stats because they affect how many blood points you get. Duh. Pretty much brutality is really low because we didn't really hit that many survivors and kick that many gens, because we would kill survivors who just got off hook who were injured. That's why that's pretty low. Hunter is the highest because we won a lot of chases since they were injured from hook. And then finally, with sacrifice, it's pretty self-explanatory, and deviousness is just using your power. I think this is very interesting because it shows that brutality gets tanked a lot. Ew, dude, enough with the stats. Just get to the wins. Come on, that's what we're here for, you stupid nerd. Okay, fine. Here you go. We got a total of 6 wins, 2 ties, and 2 losses. Overall, you're winning your tunneling matches. The only things that can stop you is skill. Pretty much, the only games that I lost was just because of a skill issue. The person I was chasing were just way better than me. And this brings the question, does tunneling take skill? A little bit, yeah. You just have to know what to do and when to do it. And of course, sometimes you just win by tunneling because the survivors misplay. The entire counterplay to tunneling people is doing gens. Gen rush the killer. That's the worst thing you can do to them. Just gen rush, alright? If someone's getting tunnel out, that's your chance to do the gens. And a tip for killers, learn when to drop a chase, alright? Now real quick, here's all the anti-tunnel perks that I count as anti-tunnel perks, and here's like how many were used and the averages. Boom, bop, bop, bop. Alright, if this didn't show you also the effects of tunneling in gameplay, it also showed you the effects of tunneling on the community, where I hope to God that the people who are acting like this are children. You get what I mean, all right? Adults should not act like this. It's really ridiculous. But other than that, I hope you all have a good afternoon, good evening, and good. What the? Help! Help me! Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God! What did I do to deserve this? Help me! Oh God, it hurts!
I tried to warn that damn stupid bastard, but he just wouldn't listen. Those survivor mains are cruel.
Fuck!
Oh, got a notification.
Oh no! Oh,
doing
damn
gens.
it.
You?